I'm Tim, welcome to Watch One, and thanks for logging on. Today we're looking at this Hublot Big Bang Monaco Yacht Club limited edition 44 millimeters in a combination of tantalum metal and ceramic. This limited edition of 500 for the 2007 model year is a tribute to the storied Monaco Yacht Club, its presiding officer Prince Albert II, and its flagship, the yacht Tuiga. Now you can see on my wrist, which is 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters in circumference. It wears big and bad like a Big Bang should, but would you expect any less? What sets this one apart is the unique grayscale color palette that gives it a more subdued, sophisticated look than your average oversized sports watch, or even your average Hublot Big Bang or Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Offshore. Before I get too deep into the aesthetics, let's talk a little bit about the fit. Now, it's a thick watch, it's a big watch, but in the Hublot Big Bang and King Power tradition, you can see that the lugs are very short and they begin to arc downward sharply as soon as they move away from the round portion of the bezel. So although the watch is a 44, it really doesn't wear that large. And the composite case construction, whereby the inner shell is titanium, the flanks are a synthetic polymer, and then the bezel itself is of lightweight ceramic, means that while the watch does have an impressive tantalum heft, it spreads its mass nicely, and it's not as overbearing as its sheer size would suggest. It wears comfortably while having a premium pull on the wrist. Now, Hublot does a great job with its natural rubber straps, a long-time signature of the company. It was actually its original claim to fame in 1980 as the first ultra-luxury watch to feature a rubber strap. Natural rubber, not butyl, not silicone. This is the real deal. Latex-based, very soft on the skin, and it tapers progressively away from the lugs to become very flexible around the underside of the wrist. Now, it's matched to an excellent Hublot deployant clasp, trigger actuated for security. You can see PVD on the bottom with tantalum on the hoods. It's an outstanding match for an outstanding watch, and the substance of this watch, beyond the color palette, really is the outstanding combination of rubber with tantalum, with composite, titanium, and ceramic. Materials innovation is a long-time signature of Hublot. As I said, the original Hublot, made by a company then called MDM Genève back in 1980, paired gold with rubber. The new material combination on the Big Bang is far more sophisticated. But let me talk a little bit about tantalum, because in a lot of ways, it's kind of the lesser-known, more exotic sister to precious metals. Now, the feel of it, the heft of it, screams gold, it screams platinum, but it gives you this matte sheen that you just can't get with the polish or even satin-treated precious metals. It's got a gunmetal, almost blue steel look to it that's exotic, that's tantalizing, as a metal named tantalum should be. But the bottom line is that it's also completely unique, and because it's this color straight through, a scratch or a scuff is not going to expose a shiny underside. This is not PVD, it's not deposited, it's not coated. This is the true color of tantalum. The material innovation continues with the use of ceramic about the bezel. Now, the bezel has a beautiful knurled pattern on the outside that adds texture, and then it's straight grained across its top with the contrasting Hublot signature polished H pattern titanium bezel bolts. The nice thing about ceramic is, like tantalum, it can take its knocks. It's ideal for a sports watch because it really shields from the scratches and scuffs that deface traditional anodized or PVD bezels on conventional watches. Heck, even stainless steel is going to be more susceptible to scratches and marks than ceramic, which is effectively as tough as sapphire. So you can't scratch it with your fingernail. If you accidentally rub it against a door or a car seat buckle, it's not going to pick up a nick like conventional metal or PVD will. Nice to look at, and it stays that way over time. It's also a great color complement to the tantalum case. Now, moving inboard, you can see the dial very subdued in its tones, just like the rest of the watch. You can see these grayscale, basically applied numerals, indices, and hands at center. Now, the watch uses the rarely seen black variant of Superluminova, so it is a lumed watch, it is legible at night, but what makes this one different is that there is really only one instance of high contrast on the dial here. I'm going to stop the chronograph, reset it. I'm going to give you a little bit of insight into the purpose of this watch. And there you can see, right at 9 o'clock, you can see the burgees of the Monaco Yacht Club. Now, Monaco, of course, the principality on the coast of France, one of the world's most exotic and alluring micro-states, tourist destinations, and sporting venues, hosts a world-class yachting scene, really year-round. But Classics Week in the fall each year brings historic vessels into the harbors of Monaco for match races, competition, and concours. And essentially, this watch is a tribute to that yachting culture that's always been associated with the exotic allure of Monaco. If you go to Monaco, you expect luxury watches, you expect high-performance cars, and you expect yachts. They all sort of go together, so Hublot teamed up with the Yacht Club of Monaco to issue this tribute edition. You can see the burgees right here. You can see the suitably upscale, subdued color tones of the dial. And then on the case back, there's a special tribute to the yacht Tuiga. You can see Tuiga underneath the burgees of the Yacht Club, and then you can see the sort of ghosted, silk-screened image of the vessel. It's a little bit hard to see on the iPhone. It's easily seen on the photos on our website, Watch You Want. But you can see the Tuiga, an international 15-meter class racing vessel built in 1909, and 1909 is actually the numeral that you see right here below the name of the vessel. So the Tuiga on the back, the burgees of the Monaco Yacht Club on the front, a look that's completely unique and quite distinct among the Hublot Big Bang Special Edition references, and with the inclusion of tantalum, you're looking at a watch that's almost the evil twin to the Mag Bang, whereas that watch was grayscale, subdued, but featured ultra-lightweight magnesium and titanium. This one goes in the other direction, using a similar aesthetic, but with an incredibly dense tantalum construction that really swings in the opposite extreme. And this is an extreme watch. Monaco's all about F1s. It's about mega-yachts, Grand Prix every year in the summertime. It's about a luxury lifestyle that's over the top, beyond belief, and presses the limits of imagination. And that's really what Hublot's going for with this Monaco Yacht Club Big Bang. Now, of course, it features all of the traditional Hublot Big Bang virtues, from the natural rubber strap to the twin trigger deployant clasp to the use of a chronograph, 100-meter, 330-foot water resistance, and of course an automatic winding Hublot HUB 44 caliber. Based on the Valjoux 7750, it's very tough. Automatic winding with a chronograph and a date, 42-hour power reserve. When you pull the crown, it hacks the balance, actually stops the seconds hand for precise synchronization to a reference time. So if you were to wear this watch daily, essentially you set it and forget it. That is a very low maintenance, low stress movement, and fittingly so. In a watch this big, burly, constructed of durable materials, tantalum, rubber, and ceramic, this is a watch about the good times, about forgetting your cares. This is a watch very much in the spirit of kicking back in Monaco Harbor on the deck of the Tuiga at the Monaco Yacht Club. If you're interested in this Hublot Big Bang Monaco Yacht Club limited edition of 500, 44 millimeters in tantalum, you can check it out in high-resolution images, complete with a better view of this silk-screened tribute caseback, on our website, Watch You Want.